Gonna skip over the crackhead station, the crackhead gas station? Are we gonna skip over the crackhead gas station?
Well, you were a little more traumatized than me about the crackhead gas station.
I wasn't traumatized, but I was the one outside the car pumping the gas, okay?
So last night...
So we're in downtown Houston.
That seems like 3 nights ago, and that was last night.
We're in downtown Houston in a part that's like, not so great. But whatever, it was the only gas station that was open, and it was like 1:30 basically, or like 1. It was late as shit.
It was late.
So anyway, we roll up. And as we're pulling up,
we're like a minute or two away from our Airbnb, like not that sketchy area.
I see a single car with all the doors open and like 9 people hovering around this car. Across the street, there's these 2 people that are in a shouting match with each other. And then in front of the store, in front of the door, there's another huddle of people that are clearly like switching drugs for money. Like one of like
just like obviously doing a drug deal actively.
And some dudes like popping pills and they're like, trading.
After we left, Richard goes, I saw someone go like for the non-video people, I just mimed handing over $1 and popping a pill. Like literally it was like, thank you for this money. I will now do this drug
in public.
Just in broad nightlight. Like there was so much light.
Yeah,
like it wasn't even that crazy of a sketchy area. We were like 2 seconds away from our Airbnb.
Listen, I've been through a lot of sketchy areas and a lot of sketchy gas stations, and a lot of sketchy places at a lot of weird late times at night, and this caps it. This was like the top notch, and I literally...
Richard couldn't get over it. He's like, this was the sketchiest, most crackhead gas station I've ever seen.
The name of the game is act like you belong. The second that you look scared, the second you look afraid, the second you start looking around at people, they go, oh, we gotta go fuck with this guy. So I was like already waiting for like how many people I was gonna have to tell to go away or like fuck off or like not be close to me or like, no, I'm not giving you money. Like,
also, we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, and it's like we're in a 2 white dudes in a car with California license plate. You know what I mean? Like we're sticking out so much. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I get in there and I first thing I do is I check the credit card swiper to make sure there's no skimmer on it. Like I like yank on it, twist it, and like inspect it. I'm like, all right, looks good. So I like put in my card, put in the zip code, like start pumping the gas. And I'm just like listening to what these 2 crackheads across the street are screaming about. And I'm like listening to the music that everyone's huddled around and like what they're talking about. And I'm like trying not to look too suspicious and like look at the guys at the front doing the drug deal. And I'm like pumping the gas. I'm like, can this go any faster? Can we get the fuck out of here? Some dude rolls up on me and he's like, hey man, I'm not from around here. Like, can you tell me how to get the blah blah? And I go, man, I ain't from around here either. And I started to walk off and he's like, hey man, can I get a couple of dollars? And he gets like really close to me. I was like, I'm gonna need you to step away from me, dude. Like you're too close. Like you need to step away.
This was like, thankfully, this is right when you were wrapping up pumping the gas.
So I shut the door, and then a K9 unit security guard.
Wasn't police. It said security.
It said SEAL security K9 unit, and these guys in their full-on like bulletproof like SWAT gear like walk inside the gas station, and the dude who like had popped the pill like looked at him and did one of these moves where he like he literally
I didn't notice that because I was focusing on driving away.
No, he literally like looked at he literally like looked at the cop. You know, it's like fuck you, like out my face, like this is my territory.
He chest pumped him.
He literally like took a step forward and like chest pumped him, and I was like, okay, we gotta go.
He just checked him, dude.
He literally like it's like, oh, this is my gas station, motherfucker. Like it was. Oh
my god!
And I'm sitting here. I'm like, this.
You were like, dude. I've been to a lot of crackhead gas stations. This is the most crackhead gas station I've ever been to.
This is the peak, and it's like 100 degrees, humid as fuck.
It's so hot, and it's like 1:30 in the morning.
But the thing is, we realized like when we were driving away this morning, we were really close to a bunch of like highway overpasses, and this is what I mean about like no one fucks with you in Houston. There was tent cities. It was like Skid Row, Houston style. There was like full-on villages of tents.
We just never passed that area, I guess.
Yeah, there was just like
before we left.
Full-on fucking villages of tents everywhere.
So that was probably the closest gas station to that area.
Oh, that's what it is. And they're dude, like they're drug addicts. Like I've been one. I know people. Like desperation is a thing that people do, and it's like they're probably just hanging around, like hoping to bump into someone like us to get $2 so they can go to the dope man and get a little fix. You know what I mean? Like none of my business. Don't give a shit. But it was so one of these things. I'm like, I'm gonna have to work on my like don't fucking talk to me, like keep it quick, keep it straight,
dude,
keep moving.
You handled it, dude. You said I'm gonna need you to step away from me, And then he was like, "Can I get $2?" And you're like, "You said not available," and closed the door. I'm unavailable.
That was a different guy. I literally. So he was like, this is when we went to Ralph's.
Oh wait. No. You're right. You're right. That was a different guy.
I'm like wheeling up to the trunk.
That was a different guy.
He goes, "Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you for blessing me today." And I go, "That guy just got $5. Now he's gonna come ask me for $5." So I load up the chair. He's like, "Hey man, you need any help?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I got it." And so the wheelchair's in, the trunk is shutting. I'm walking to the front seat. He's like, "Are you sure you don't need me to help you with anything?" I said, "What are you gonna do? Help me walk?" And I kept walking. I got in, and he's like, "Hey man, can you bless me with $2 a day?" I go, "Not available." Shut. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, you know what got me really good is when I worked valet on Peachtree Street downtown, because we were outside of a 4-star Michelin restaurant doing valet. We'd park like 10 cars a night, so they'd all come in at like 6 and they wouldn't leave till 10 or 11 because it's a huge multi-course, like $10,000 fucking dollar for a table of 6 goddamn fucking restaurant.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's insane. So, but we'd be just out on the street like fucking with the locals. And downtown Atlanta at like 6 o'clock when business shuts down, everyone leaves and all that's left is like the scourge. So like
the scourge of the underbelly.
Well, whatever. So like I just learned how to like talk to street people then. Like that was like the shit. It's like, don't fucking talk to me, don't bug with me, leave it alone, like keep it short, keep it straight, like stay away. You know, like there's just certain like, I don't know, like street etiquette. It's like, don't feed the trolls. It's like, don't comment back. Like the quicker you can end the conversation and separate yourself, the better. Like you just got to be, and you got to be straightforward.
It's really good to have that kind of skill too, I think.
Yeah, you got to be straightforward. You got to be honest and no bullshit. Like the second you have an excuse, they will have a counter argument to your excuse.
They will. They're like, "Sorry man, I don't have cash." And they're like, "I got Square Cash." Or they're like, "You got Venmo." Like literally
you got to be straight front.
They got something.
You basically have to say, "Fuck off, go away," but in the nicest way.
What about that lady that asked us for the time?
I think she might have knew who we were.
It was a lady in the grocery store, and she was pushing a like.
No, she
was in one of the little motorized mobility scooters, but the one provided by the grocery store.
So we had just shown up. We were hustling. We were trying to get groceries. We were trying to get back to our Airbnb. Trying to eat. Trying to get to Pitts. We were trying to like move, and she's just like, just beeline straight towards us and goes, "Got the time?" But we were too busy like coming up with a grocery list in our head. And then she goes, "Got the time?" And then Andrew like turns and looks. And he's like,
"Yeah, it's 2:16.
2:16 or whatever." And we kept going. And it wasn't until we were like driving back, I was like, I wonder if that lady like knew us but didn't know how to stop and talk to us and just like made up the fact that like it's 2020. Who doesn't have the time?
We all go, who's in a grocery store and doesn't have a phone? Like, if you're in the grocery store and you're actively buying groceries, you have a phone. Like, maybe it died,
or you like
maybe you don't have a phone.
You just look up.
But even people who don't have a phone, they got a phone.
And we were in a HEB, but it was like a nice one. It was like a Whole Foods HEB. It was like a fancy
I've never been to an
HEB,
HEB, so I assumed that's how just they were.
No. That was a really nice one.
Okay, cool.
Really nice one.
It was a good one.
Yeah, but it made
you know what HEB stands for?
No.
Here, everything's better.
I just puked a little bit.
LG, life's good. I wonder if it was like named that, and then they were like, we should make the acronym this later. Like, I feel like LG, because it's not an American company.
Yeah.
They probably they're like, what does LG stand for? They're like, oh, I don't know, life's good.
Liquid genitals.
Liquid genitals. What did we say something stood for recently that was so dumb?
I don't remember.
We said something
We're
about...
often really stupid.
Oh, I know, but it was something about like FPV. We're like, okay, for the viewers, what does FPV stand for?
No, it was either you or Brent was like fart, pussy, vagina.
Yeah, and then you said,
you
said you were like fucking pretty vigorously or something like that.
FPV drone race. Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you'd like to see the full episode, click right here. If you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you'd like more clips, we got 2 more right over here.